Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to teach you how to develop 3D components by using 2D sketches. For that I have selected SolidWorks as the software and I have chosen this as the exercise which is stuffing box. Okay, now I'm going to develop each and every individual component. Okay, in the process of doing I'll explain you in detail about each and every individual component, because at the graduation level student will get confused how to imagine a 2D sketch 3-dimensionally with respect to all the 3 views. Okay, it becomes a tedious task for most of the students, so my idea is to make them understand in a better way. So here are different dimensions given. This is the actual question given to you in the examination. To the left side of your screen, this is a complete question followed by all the dimensions will be given to you and all the views will be given to you as it is will be given to you, followed by a table. Okay, now this is the solution that you need to develop. In actual practice we'll try to develop this particular component or an assembly by using drafter, drawing sheet and all the drawing instrument in a conventional way. But here in the software I'm going to teach you how to develop it 3-dimensionally, how to assemble them in a different module, then followed by we can draft also. No need to work hard to develop this particular assembly by using drafters and drawing sheets anymore. We can develop the same drafted model or a drafted component in the software also. Okay, let us start with part number 1. You could see this is part number 1, which is the main body. In this particular body all other parts going to come and join. Okay, we'll see one by one how to develop first, then we'll move on to assembly. Fine, I'm going to consider the part number 1. This particular part number 1 is having different dimensions. The extreme end point distance is 120 and there are 2 different holes drilled at an offset distance of 84, followed by one more diameter 42, 66 and a height of 50, thicknesses of 15 above and below. There is one more hole of 33. Okay, when you view this particular component from the top it look like an ellipse. Okay, let us start this particular component. I'll try to develop this particular 120 by 72 first. I'll consider 120 by 72 first, accordingly move on. Okay, for that what I try to do is I'll try to take, as I'm starting with the top view, I'm going to consider top plane here. I'll make it as my sketch plane. Then again, as it is an ellipse, here directly you can develop ellipse with the help of major and minor dimensions. Okay, come out and you can give your dimensions here. This is supposed to be 72 and from this point to here major dimension is 120 given. Fine, this is the ellipse given there. Fine, then again this particular ellipse is having 2 circular holes of diameter 12. I'm going to place those 2 circular holes, one here, maybe the other here. Okay, both are having 12 as the diameter. All right, and in between distance we need to fix from midpoint to this midpoint. It is going to be smart dimensions. From here to this point it is 84. Done. Accordingly we need to set one more dimension, that from here this point to the midpoint, this point till the midpoint is supposed to be half of 84. That we need to set. it is about 84 by 240. Now everything is fixed. I'll just exit the sketch mode. Now you can extrude the model. Okay, extrusion is up to a height of 15. Have a look at the cursor on the screen. Extrusion is up to 15 mm. Now I'll just make it 15 here to the left of the window and say OK. Alright, this is how it look like. Fine. After this, there is one more feature got added to it. It is an integral part which is having 66 diameter and height of 50 mm. So for that, what I try to do is I'll try to take the bottom face as my sketch plane. I'll try to keep the model normal to the window. Then again, whatever the dimensions we have read there, I'll try to fix it here. 66, exit, and it has to be extruded up to a point of 50 mm. Okay, this is the height I'm fixing now, 50 mm. This 15 is already fixed. Later stage I'll try to go with one more feature. Fine, if this is fine, exit the window. This is how it look like. Okay, and one more part below that, here there is a rectangular element, integral part of whatever we have drawn just now, and here this particular rectangular piece here, it is maintaining elliptical major dimension is 120 and this distance is more than 120. Conventionally you can take it as 140 or 160. I'm going with some 140 dimension. For that, I'll select the bottom face, sketcher, keep the model normal to the window, then take a rectangle. This time I'll just try to go with center rectangle, place a rectangle here and fix dimensions. This is supposed to be how much? This is also conventional. This width is also conventional, that is supposed to be more than 72. I'll just make it 100, or else you can change, you can have your own number. I'll make it 90, followed by I'll just fix this distance also, which should be more than 120. I'll make it 140. Exit. Alright, now here material addition or extrusion is up to a distance of 15. 15, enter. This is done. This is the first component, part number 1, and there is a through hole from top to this particular face. For that, I'll select top face, sketcher, keep the model normal to the window, then again take a circle, place it here and centrally, give dimensions here, which is supposed to be 42. Check it out once again. Yes, 42 it is. I'll make it 42. Done. Now it has to travel by removing material up to a distance of 50 plus 15 mm, which is 65. For that, I'll go with extrude cut. Now it will travel up to a distance of 65 according to the sketch. We got that value. Got it. Remove material. Now this is how your component look like, and there is one more hole to this part number 1. Here it is 33 diameter. For that, I'll go to bottom face, select this face as sketch plane, keep the model normal to the window. Again, I'll draw a circle here of dimensions or diameter 33. Then again, material has to be removed up to a distance of 15 mm only, means this thickness. Extrude cut up to 15. This is fine. Okay, Now same component I'll try to keep it in this phase. Okay, just have a look at part number 1. Clearly have a look at part number 1. Now I'm trying to show this part number 1 in the same fashion. Almost more or less it look like this. Okay, this is 120 followed by 2 holes on either sides. Okay, other components. Okay, now these 2 holes are actually threaded. This is also threaded, this is also threaded. Okay, and that details I'll tell you individually, how to create threading, internal threading, external threading, that I'll make you understand clearly. Okay, right now we are concentrating on how to develop a 3D model. Okay, this is how you get your model. Okay, now under this model, if you take this part number 3 and insert from the top, it will go and hold here. Okay, and remaining portion will allocate this particular 15 mm height. Okay, later stage we will take part number 4, which is of quantity 2 studs, and we'll fix one here, one on the other side. Okay, this is how we'll create a component. I'll just try to keep the component isometric view. Then I'll try to save the model by the name body. I'll go to file, save. I'm going to save this model as body. I'll save it on the screen. Done. Okay, next I'll move on to next component. Let us take part number 2. We'll go in a sequential way. This is part number 2, having almost same dimension, 120, 84. There is 150 mm dimensions. For that again I'll go to top view, top plane. Why I'm taking top plane means I'm considering top view there in the question given. Again I'll go with an ellipse, starting with major. Sorry, it went wrong. Yeah, it is fine. Now whenever I got this straight line, I'll fix it. Alright, now the same dimensions again. I'll go a bit faster as we are repeating the same feature. This is again 120. Alright, again 2 more holes need to be drilled on either sides. This is first one, this is second one. I'll try to fix dimensions for both. What is the dimension here? Just have a look at it. Dimensions here given is 13. Here the dimension given is 13. So let us go with that 13 dimension. This is also same, and we need to fix in between distance from here to the next circle. It is going to be 84. This is also fine, and from here to the next circle going to be 42, so that we can make 2 circles symmetrical with each other. Once you're done with your sketch, exit sketch mode, go to extrude and extrude your component up to 15 mm. Done. Alright, now just try to keep your model isometrically so that you'll have a better view. Okay, done. Now I'll take the bottom face, sketch mode, keep the component normal to the window. Then again a circle need to be drawn here, having dimensions. So have a look at part number 2. Here it is having major diameter as 42. One more above, it is 50 dia. Let us consider this 42 first, and having a height of 45. So I'll make it 42 now. Now this 42 is exactly matching with 42 hole diameter of part number 1. Now it has to travel a distance of 45. This is done, fine. Component is ready now. There is on the top, there is one more circle placed having diameter of 50. This is fine, and an extrusion of 9 mm. I'll just show you how to read the dimensions also. Up to 9, double enter will execute. Now I'll show you here. Have a look at part number 2. Here 9 is given. Alright, that's what I have given here. And there is a through hole from top to bottom. Have a look. This hidden line represents that there is a through hole from top to bottom. And internally there is a diameter of 24 internally, and here you could see there is one more cross section having a radius here. So internally here slotted cutted. For that, what I try to do is I'll try to keep the component in a wireframe model this point with hidden lines. Okay, this is how it look like. Now I would like to remove some material. How to remove this particular contour portion, this portion, okay, which is having radius of 12. This is 24. Okay, what I try to do is, we are in the, okay, here we'll need to remove some material now. I'll try to consider here, better we'll try to remove 24 dia first on this face. I'll just keep it in this mode and I'll try to remove some material here of dimensions 24. And as it is a material removal, exit the screen and go to extrude cut, and material need to be removed. I just remove it through. Okay, this is fine. Or else you can remove up to some point. That point is this point, this hidden line. Okay, or now you can draw this cross section accordingly. You can remove material. That is also fine. For that, what I try to do is I'll try to turn on all the planes first. I'll consider this as my sketch plane, mid plane as the sketch plane. Now it is fine. Keep the component in this pattern. Now what I try to do is I'll try to draw a 3-point arc. Have a look at it. 3-point arc is the center point with arc. I'll consider 3-point arc. I'll start somewhere here. Randomly I'll pick the point, and somewhere here I'll stop. Wherever this particular 24 dia vertical is there, I'll end up my curve there, and I'll try to place it something like this roughly. Okay, later stage I'll try to give dimensions. Done. I'm out. Now let us fix this radius. This radius is supposed to be 12 given in the question. This is done. Now it is perfect. Okay, no need to do to the other side also. Rough, clearly what you try to do is try to enclose this particular entity, followed by try to draw a central line here, come out of it, exit the screen. Now you can take one more option which is already existing here, which is a revolved cut. Now have a look at your component. Yellow is the preview. Once I remove, once I place the component in this way, just have a look at it. Now this is how it look like from the top. Have a look at the component. There is the cross section is of this kind, filleted completely. Okay, that is the reason the component will look this way from the front. Alright, this is how you could see. This is very much important. Now it becomes tough for you guys whenever it comes to conventional way of drawing the sketches. Why this particular, or how this particular sketch need to be drawn, or how to imagine that three-dimensionally becomes a tedious task. So the component will look like this. That is the reason the 2D sketch will look in that way. Okay, now it is fine. I just keep the component three-dimensionally. We'll try. You can give color to the component also. That is also possible. You go to edit appearances, give whatever the color you would like to give. Like in appearances, you find many other options. Okay, as we are dealing with metals, you can go with metal. I'll just try to give some color here. Just say okay, polished steel it is. Alright, this is polished steel. Now this component is done already. Now this name of the component is gland. I'll go to file again, save model on the desktop by the name gland. Alright, now all these components will help me to assemble the component. Okay, that I'll show you. This is fine. I'll move on to next component. File, part drawing, new. Now let us draw third component. Here is your third component, which is having 42 major, 24 minor diameters, followed by some height of 15 plus 6 mm. That we'll try to figure out. Now for that I'll take a front plane followed by a sketcher. Here I'll consider an axis line, which will help me to draw the cross section. I'll try to draw the cross section first, roughly, without any dimensions given. Now have a look at half of the component will look more or less of this kind only. Then I'll try to fix the dimensions. Here it is going to be 6 and this is 15. Now have a look at this diameter. It is 33 divided by 2, 16.5. so I'll just make this 16.5. Alright, now above it is 42, means 21. This is going to be 21. Done. Okay, this is the component that we have developed. Alright, and there is a hollow section in between the axis and the material that you can consider here itself. No need to go to a 3D model and removing the material. That can be done here. What I try to do is I'll try to go with a line followed by roughly, it is starting, okay fine, here I'll start here, I'll end up somewhere here. Sorry, it went wrong. I'll start a line here. Alright, select, done. Okay, this is fine, and I'll consider one more line, because to maintain the chamfer session from here should come touch this line, but it should maintain an angle. That angle should be 15 degrees from here to, sorry, again I have clicked on the constraint. This is supposed to be 1.5. Done. Okay, now here what I try to do is I'll try to remove unwanted. I'll keep it in power trim. These lines are not required now. Alright, this is okay, this is also fine. Okay, now I can rotate, revolve this particular component with respect to the axis. This is how the component look like. Alright, this is part number 3, which is bush. Okay, that is given. This is how we need to develop. There are many ways to develop a component. I have taken one of the method which I feel comfortable. You can go with some other methods also. I am giving a color to this, some polished bronze, okay, just to differentiate when it comes to an assembly. Alright, once you're done with this, save the model by the name bush, go to file, save your model, on the desktop, done, fine. Now let us start. I'll go with part number 4. Have a look at part number 4. It is maintaining a height of 90. For to develop that, again I'll go with new file. I'll consider front plane as my sketch plane. Then again I'll consider one center line. Thereafter I'll try to draw the component cross section, half of its cross section, which will help me to rotate the component, come out of it. Now I just fix the dimensions. From top to bottom the dimensions are 90. From the bottom line till the top line it is going to be 9, 0. That is fine. Again here the thickness is 5, bottom height is 15, thickness here is 5 and bottom height is 15. This is also fine. And anything else that we have forgotten, that we need to check it out. Yeah, this is 24, means 12 mm. This distance, this is 12 mm. From this line to this vertical it is going to be 24, 12. Alright, now again we need to fix one more dimension. Overall diameter is 12, so I need to fix it to 6. This is also maintaining the same dimension, 6. Now everything is fixed, completed. 15, 5, 12, yeah, 90, I got it. Now I'll try to use revolve Bose base, alright, to develop that particular stud. I got it. Okay, now to this stud there is a fillet top and bottom. I'll do a 3D fillet here by selecting both one top and bottom at a time with a fillet radius of 10. Oh fine, 10 is, it is not accepting because maybe there is a problem. I'll just check it out once again. Here is a fillet I would like to make. I'll reduce it by some 3. Okay, 3 is dropping down. Yeah, fine, it is okay. Okay, same 3 mm radius. Initially the radius which I have given is beyond the limits, so it is unable to show. This is how it look like. Okay, and there is fillet here also at the sharp end. Okay, but no dimensions are given. When dimensions are not given of minor parts, you have to consider it as 2 or 3 mm. So I'm doing the same here. I got the part. Okay, now threading also can be done. I'll show you how to do threading. Okay, this is fine. This is how it look like, your component. I'll just give some color to it, some different color. I'll go with something called nickel. Alright, some color, I'll consider this polished one, nickel. Done. Okay, more or less we done with all the components here. have a look. All the components are developed, but here when it comes to an assembly, here you could see there are two nuts fixed above. Those nuts were not yet designed, okay, but not those are not given in the question also, but still you need to make it, okay, because you have learned maybe from your beginning topics of part A, machine drawing. Now stud, the name is stud here. I'll go to file, save it as stud. Done, it got saved. Alright, now all the parts are ready. Now we can assemble the model. More or less all the parts are ready. You can easily assemble the model. Okay, this is how we'll develop different components by using any of the modeling software. Only thing is you need to understand how actually a 3D model look like. Just by looking at a 2D sketch, it becomes tough for us to imagine a 3-dimensional model. When it comes to a simple cylinder, cone or a pyramid, prism, it becomes somewhat easy to understand, but when it comes to a machine component, it is very tough at the graduation level for the beginners to understand how a 3D model look like. Okay, my idea is to make you understand how actually it look like, make you understand the subject properly. When you feel the component, okay, physically how it is going to be, then you can assemble the component in a very good manner, so that you can score very good marks. That is my intention. Now here in the next session, I'll show you, in next video I'll show you how to assemble the different component which we have developed, and also I'll show you how to do threading also. Okay, this is all for now. Thank you for watching.